Hi, everyone. We have author Stanley James here, aka the Crip author, and he's going to let us know a little bit about himself.
Hey, how everybody doing? I just want to first give a shout out to Sip and Flip Book Club, and especially Kia for even letting me even grace this show, grace your page. I just really want to send a big thank you for you.
Thank you.
But a little bit about myself. Well, you already introduced me. I'm Stanley James, which they call me the Black Hollywood Crip author. I'm from North Long Beach, California.
Okay, so tell us what inspired you to start writing?
What really inspired me to start writing was like the situations and the circumstances that I was facing in my early 20s. Like I really didn't go to have the thinking of going the route of being an author per se. So I always liked to write. I always wrote poetry, I always wrote raps. But the situations I was facing was like I couldn't really go to nobody, if you can understand. I couldn't go and vent how I felt or what was happening around me. So I just started writing like little stories, short stories, like every day. So that after so many months, I just put it all together. Like I got a little cold story document. So once I put it all together and started feeding around the streets, like, yeah, you got something, put it in a book, like make it a whole real book. And like, that's how it really started for me. But it really started from the circumstances, and I've been going through a lot of situations in the streets. So that's really came from.
Okay, and how long have you been writing?
I've been writing all my life, but professionally, I want to say about the last 6-7 years, like taking it seriously.
Okay, and you have your own publishing company, right?
Right. I just started this year's Game Tales Publications, and my mission for my publication, because I'm from the streets, I try to get all people that deal with the street culture, the street life. It don't matter if you blood, Crip, Asian, black, white. If you really come from the streets and really want to got like a cold story that you could share to the world, because I believe everybody got a story that someone needs in this world. So I really try to get a lot of the street cats that feel like there's no way out, or that can't rap or can't play sports, but they got a good imagination, a good vivid storytelling. I try to get those people under me so I can really show them and get their voice heard. So that's the whole mission for it.
That's what's up. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. And I'm one of the most prominent upcoming black publishers that's self-owned, so especially here in the West Coast, there ain't too many black-owned publishing, on the West in LA. So
yeah, that's big. Yeah, when I watched your YouTube video and saw that, I was like, that's what's up.
Right, and I have to shout out my boy Terry Rowe. If you don't know who that is, he's the one that opened the doors for me, which is No Breaks Publishing, based out of LA, which is primarily the biggest publishing house in LA, is No Breaks. So that's who Terry Roden, Benny Cool, they the ones that opened the door for me and taught me the game. That's how I'm here now, so.
Okay. And how many books have you wrote?
I got 9 out so far, but written, I got about 17, 18 books, just locked and loaded. I'm just really trying to focus on the business part. That's why I just,
Okay. And have you experienced writer's block?
All the time.
All the time? Okay.
All the time. I mean, I don't really call it writer's block. I just say like my vibe ain't there. It ain't there, And everybody goes to that. I'm not one of the person that try to force it, or if it ain't there, it ain't there. Because I want it to be real as possible. So
yeah. Okay. And are you on social media?
Yeah, I'm on everything: Twitter, LinkedIn, Tumblr, Facebook. You could just pop my name in Stanley James II or Crip author. Like I'm everywhere.
All right, so tell us about your books.
So the books I got one right now, I got True to the Streets, which is a very dope collab I did with Keisha Williams. She's based out of Philly. She's very dope. And this book right here is actually the first book that I signed with a major distributor, like which is Detailed Publishing. And I always got to shout out my boy Jaquavis Coleman. That's my big bro, my mentor, the Jay-Z of the game. Like he's the one that alley-ooped it for me. And this is a real dope story right here. It's one of the ones that I hold like on the top of the list, because like this story is so vivid and it got so much action packed. Like you're gonna feel like you're very in the shoes of these characters in here. So
okay,
this is a dope one. I got my Escobar's Revenge. It's a short story right here, which also collab with Keisha. I want everybody to check her out, Keisha Williams, for real. She's very dope. Now, like I always say, I try to bring upcoming people just like me in the game. You know, I'm trying to always bring the ladder down. But this one right here is where we expand. This book right here, it deals with Escobar Santana. And like, if people don't know about the Cuban history and how Cuba deal with the American mafia and all that, this book is pretty much the son of Escobar. Excuse me. He's pretty much the son of like a hitman, a famous hitman for Cuba. Castro had a famous hitman from the U.S. backs, and he knew all the secrets that Cuba worked with the American mafia and American government before they ran him out of reins. So before they was running him out of reins, his hitman was gonna release all the secrets, you feel me? So they had him executed, they killed him, and they didn't know that he had a son tucked away in Miami. And he knew everything, like his mama laced him up on everything. So now he's back for revenge for every politician, every mafia member that took place with his killing his father. So this one's a very dope one, like for real.
Okay.
I got Project Baby. This is the first author that we released for Trayvon Edwards collab. Trayvon Edwards is based out of Florida, and Project Baby is pretty much is about a biracial girl that grew up in the gang life. Like, so she pretty much falls under like one of the biggest Crips out there, and she learns everything and just go haywire. Like, I really tell everybody to go start with this one because it's real life in here, for real.
Okay. What was your first book?
My very first book was The Bus, Live by the Gun, Die by the Gun, which is loosely based on my life. And you know, so crazy why it's hard to keep those in stock, because every time I keep them in stock, it's like I got a line outside my house, like they want that one, you know? So all the ones I try to keep like for something else, like, you know, I can't never have it. Like you just have to catch me on the bed when I tell you I got it, you gotta come get it.
Okay.
Yeah. They just came yesterday at the door like, man, I need that one. I don't want nothing else. Really?
Now, how long does it usually take you to finish, or does that vary?
It varies. It varies. Like my first book, it didn't take me that long because like I was really into it every day. Like, you know, I'm trying to. But for the other stories, it varies. I mean, we wrote Escobar's Revenge in probably a matter of 6 months tops. But the longest I took on a book, probably about a year, like a year.
Oh, okay. And where can we purchase your books?
Amazon. You can find me on Kindle, everywhere. You can go to my personal website, Certified Gang Tales. So I'm pretty much everywhere.
And what do you want readers to take away from reading your books?
It's a lot that they're gonna take away. They're gonna take away some real history. Like every book I write, like I make sure it has some real facts in there about the city, about the people, about the situations. You feel me? So you're always gonna learn something. Like in Escobar's Revenge, you're gonna learn a lot about Cuba laws and how they was running in the 50s and 60s and how they running now from the 80s to the 2000s. So it's like you're always gonna learn a little bit of history, but the most part is where my books draw a lot of people because it resembles someone you know, like your brother, your mama, your auntie, your uncle. So a lot of these characters that we write is that somebody can fill them shoes that you know, that's very walking in that story. So like just the realism.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to tell us about your books?
Go grab them. It's the hottest now. I'm trying to tell everybody. It's the hottest for real. A lot of people get them. They put them in them Ziploc silly bags. Like for the West Coast, it's some real gangster shit in my books. So like it's collector's item, especially coming from our generation. You know, it's dope for real.
Now, are you a reader as well?
I was a reader first, and I'm still am a reader. I love to read. That'd be a lot of things I'd be reading when I should be working. So it's like, that's a lot of things that take up time, but I'm an avid reader. I love to read.
Who's some of your favorite authors?
Oh man, I love this part. First I have to give it out to my big brother, the Jay-Z and the Diddy Dad. They get mad when I say it to him all the time. Quavo is our Jay-Z and Quan Floyd is our Diddy. Those my two OGs. I gotta give it up to Terry. I gotta give it up to those like James Patterson is my favorite. I like Silk. I love J.M. Benjamin, you know, the legendary Clark, Whittier Clark. I gotta give it up to Quam T, Free Quam T. I got a lot of projects working with him right now. So a lot of people probably forgot about him, but we can't let it, you know, Quam T, the author of Dutch series. So that's a legendary. I gotta give up to who else on it? Trayvon Edwards. You know, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that's my favorite. So.
Okay. And what do you like to do when you're not writing?
I like to watch movies. I'm a big movie fanatic. Like if I'm not reading or writing, I'm watching movies. Like that's my favorite thing to do.
Do you have any series out, or all of your books standalones?
The only series I have right now is True to the Streets and Escobar's Revenge, but they're not out yet. I'm dropping them at the end of the year.
Okay.
Like when I came in the game, I started writing poetry, and I started writing the poetry chapbooks. If you know what a chapbook is, it's papers either stapled or taped together. You know, so like going from where I went to where I am now, and I didn't know nothing about the book industry. I didn't know nothing about the book business, nothing. So learning from day one to where I'm at now, like I really appreciate all my supporters that stand with me. You know, there's a lot more to come for real.
That's what's up. Do you still write poetry?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
I still do.
I want to let you know that I definitely commend you for you doing what you do. You know, it takes a lot, and it seems like you did a big turnaround from what you used to go through to
right. Where you come from. So see where you at now is like inspiring, and like a lot of people don't know the people that I sign. I'll be signing people from my enemy hoods. I'll be signing essays. You know, I'll be working with these people. So it's like, damn, when they see me trying to do it, I go everywhere. Still to the enemies hood, all that. When they see me, they're like, damn, let me work with you, man, because I see you on the right shit. I see you trying to do something and you really doing it. So it's like, you know, that's why I really keep going, for real.
That's what's up. I definitely commend you on that.
I'll send you the page. I want you and the ladies to really dive into this project, baby. Like, for real, it's doing hella numbers. Project, I can say the bestsellers is Project Baby, my first book, The Bus, Live by the Gun, Die by the Gun, and True to the Streets. And True to the Streets is not on the shelves yet because we still negotiating, and once this COVID-19 is over, but that's the first major deal, and I'm the first African American to have a major book publishing deal, you feel me, in urban fiction in my city. So, and I'm working on a short film with Zad Judah. Yeah.
Okay. You're doing your thing out there.
I mean, I'm trying, like me, I just use the same hustle, like with the books when I did what I was doing before with the drugs. And that's how I self-funded my own publishing company before I went all the way legit, you feel me? So I figured instead of using drugs with all my brothers and sisters and my Latinos, I could just flip it and do something inspiring. Right. And the same hustle, I still get up at 5, 6 in the morning, go hit the block, all that with books. I'm still in Hollywood with the books this time, you feel me? And when I be in the streets, it be so like, damn, man, you motivate me to write a book. And think about how many, our generation, like how many young black females, black males is writing books. Right. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is.
Well, in my city, where I'm speaking of in LA, like, there ain't too many niggas my age writing books. But look at it now, like, you know.
Now, the publishing process for you, your very first book, how was that? Was that easy or?
It was easy. It was easy, but I when I got my first deal with No Breaks Publishing, Terry was so gangster. He told me, like, bro, I see you out here moving your poetry chapbooks like you on a corner still. Like, let me help you. Let me sign you, give you the game. Sign me? The biggest black publishing house, niggas doing California tours? Let's do it. The cool thing about it was, and I always give my respects to my big bro, is because he said, I don't want to sign you under me. I want to partner with you.
Okay.
So everything you're going to do, you're going to put your own money up. I'm going to give you the game. I'm not taking nothing from you. So when people like, damn, you didn't sign it? No, we did a joint partner deal. That's where I'm at now. I learned everything from my big brother. You feel me? Took me on a California book tour. Took me everywhere, right? Terry is a mastermind when it comes with these books, you know?
Okay, that's what's up. That you had a good mentor behind you.
Right.
Yeah.
And Quavo's a big mentor, and Quan. Like, I tell everybody, like, find a mentor. Find you a mentor in whatever you want to do in life, because they ain't going to tell you wrong.
Right.
A real genuine mentor that you really see yourself being, like, in a sense, get yourself a mentor.
Right. Definitely. Now, how do you think being a writer has helped you as a person?
It helped me as a person because it's starting to bring me out of my shell, you know? As a person, like, everybody know I used to be reserved. I used to be like, if you don't talk to me, I won't talk to you. Like, but being as an author, when I really walk in the streets, they really think like I'm a rapper, or like, they're like, you know who you are from the YouTube. Like, I write books, man, respect. So I really got fans and supporters. So it really brings it out. And knowing that I see kids and grown men and women, like, they know who I am for something positive instead of knowing what I used to do. Like, man, it changed the whole life, and it opened a lot of doors. I'm producing my own movie. I got major talks with like 2 studios to work on their shit. So it's like, it's opening doors for me, you know? When knowing I could go get some fast money and end up where I was, you know, where it was leading me to. So it's like, it changed a lot. It changed a lot. It made me connect with a lot of people. You want mentors, you want friends that really could put you in places and situations that could, you know? So it really opened doors for me. And that's one thing I always give to the books. Like, books, how Malcolm X, how he say books save life, books saved my life, for real, for real.
Right. Well,
that's why I don't treat it like, I treat it as everything. Like, I don't play with it. I don't play with the book game, for real.
That's what's up. Well, again, thank you so much for coming up here. I commend you. I wish you much success.
Okay, thank you, Miss Lady. Thank you.
Take care.
You too.
Bye.